Hi, my name is Hunter Harrison, and I'm a hybrid wedding photographer and portrait photographer. I've been doing this for about 7 years now. In fact, you can find me on the web at hunterphotographic.com. And what I've noticed with a lot of people who are using film presets, they of course begin to gravitate towards film, and that's awesome. Same thing happened with me. But as they do that kind of transition, they have a lot of questions about all sorts of different things. And certain things like film stocks and cameras and exposure, that kind of information is easy to find online. But every once in a while there's questions about things that are a little bit more kind of nuanced, and maybe those answers aren't as easy to come by. One of those things I see come up a lot is, how do I safely ship my film? And I have a solution. In fact, it's a solution that's been recommended to me by a number of labs that I think it's worth sharing with everybody. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So step one, super simple. We're going to take our shot film, we are going to put it into a Ziploc bag with a order form. This is important, don't skip out on the Ziploc bag. Chances are you're already using bags because you're separating your various weddings and sessions all in one shipment. But definitely use a Ziploc bag. Quick tip as well, as you shoot rolls, if you mark them with an index number, most labs will then scan them in order, so when you get the files back, they're already sequential. So as you shoot, use a Sharpie to mark these. So this is ready to go. We're going to take our shipping box, but we're not just going to kind of throw this into the box. That's not good enough. Instead, what we're going to do is take some packaging tape. This is Hector, he's my tape gun. We're going to pull off a nice piece, and we're actually going to tape the end of the Ziploc bag into the box itself. And that accomplishes two things. Number one, it seals up the Ziploc bag so the rolls can't get out of the Ziploc bag. And number two, if this box should get crushed by another package, or the USPS does what it normally does and crushes the box or whatever, you don't have the chance of rolls flying out or the bag coming out even worse. The next step that we're going to do, and this also helps, is we're going to tape up the entire box. We're not just going to put one stripe across here. We're going to tape up the ends, both top and bottom. Again, that makes sure that if the box gets crushed, that it's less likely to split open, giving a chance for things to come out. So that's kind of our next step. I'm just doing this as a way of showing the process, so I'm not actually going to do it myself. The other thing is, I'm using a box. I'm not using an envelope. I could have easily fit that number of rolls into an envelope, but I don't want to risk that an envelope, which is much smaller, should slip between sorting machinery at the post office. It just seems to be much easier to get lost. So instead, I'm using a box. It's much harder to misplace something like this. In fact, if I could pay the same amount in shipping and use a much bigger box, I would. But this will do for now. So that's kind of sealing up the box and getting it ready to go. The last step, and this is also, I think, equally as important, is using the right kind of shipping label. Back here you see a Dymo, D-Y-M-O 4XL thermal printer. You can buy these on Amazon.com for about $100, and honestly, it's one of the best $100 I've ever spent. It works great. It prints a label like this in about a second. Never jams, it never doesn't take ink or anything like that. You just have to buy these labels, and they're real cheap. But it prints them out in just a second, and I use stamps.com software to print these labels. And honestly, the printer costs something. It costs me a little bit of money for stamps.com every month, but the amount of labor savings I get back out of it makes it completely worthwhile. So besides just shipping film, it's useful all the way around. But the reason this label is particularly important for shipping film is that it has these two barcodes on it, right? That means that the machines can scan these codes and know exactly where that package is going. If you're handwriting your label, a lot of the times the machines can't read those. It takes somebody at the carrier to type in the address, they may fat finger something, and the next thing you know, your package bound for, say, California is now in Connecticut, CA versus CT. So print out one of these labels, slap it on the box, get it out the door, and before you know it, you'll have your scans back. That's it. Again, my name is Hunter Harrison, and if there's anything else I can help with, reach out to me, or as I kind of spot topics online, I'll post another video. Have a good day. Bye.